Hey everyone, it's David here with Surplus Institute. So you're calling someone and you're in a cold calling business and they say, I'm going to go ahead and do this on my own or I'll handle this myself. How do you handle a call like that and be able to close a deal? Just like this retiree did a couple of weeks ago where she posted that she worked with the claimant, they told her no, they were going to work on it themselves, and then she posted, she gets a deal here. Let's talk about an action plan with 3 steps that you can make that happen. So let me add to this. I got 2 calls last week about business credit. And one of the calls, when the guy called me, I told him I wasn't interested in business credit, and he kept on getting so pushy that I ended up hanging up the phone on him. He told me why I needed business credit. He told me why I needed his services, and I'm like, you know what, I'm really not interested in business credit. I'm really not interested in going this route right now. And he's like, well, you really need it, and you really need to apply for it. No, I don't need it. I don't want it, and I really don't want to have this conversation. And the guy wouldn't shut up. I hung up the phone and I blocked his number. I get another call, lo and behold, a few minutes later, it's another guy who's offering me business credit. And I said the same script to him. And a lot of times, like, I try to have compassion on people that are cold calling because I see how it is when people are trying to make it. So I said the same thing to him. I said, you know what? I'm really not looking for business credit right now. Have a good day. And the guy goes, I totally understand, sir. I will take you off my list. By the way, do you mind if I send you an email with my contact information? Just in case you decide you want it, you can contact me. That right there is something that I actually teach within my program. I'm like, dude, absolutely you may. Now, if this guy might follow back up with me in a few months, and I'd rather him not because I'm not interested in business credit. But again, he's trying to get his foot in the door, and I get it. That's what people try to do. And you try to find that person that's going to talk to you. And it's hard because you're trying to be polite. So on Tuesday, on my live cold calling session within the community, I reached out and I was trying to reach a woman. She's got over $30,000 of unclaimed funds, and I've not been able to reach her. So I called her son and I said, this is David Church trying to reach John Smith. And he goes, what's this about? I said, John, I was wondering if you could put me in touch. And I said his mother's name. And he chuckled and he said, she's going to go and get the claims herself. Again, I'm right there where those 2 guys are talking to me about business credit. I could be really pushy or I could be totally understanding. If I'm really pushy, I'm going to get hung up on. So I said, great, I wish her the best on this. And I just noticed these funds have been here for a while. He knew exactly what I was talking about. So he's definitely gotten other calls. So I said to him, I said, do you mind if I follow back up with you in a few months in case you can't claim it or it's been there? I'll look, and if it's still there. And he told me, he said, he goes, do what you feel like is best for you to do. So I will totally take him up on that. Even if he said no, I would still call him back in a few months at that point because he's going to forget telling me no. And I'll go into that script in just a second. But look at Jane here. Jane posted in the group that she called somebody with unclaimed money just a few weeks ago or a few months ago. The person told her no, that they were going to get it themselves, and she noticed the money was still there, so she called them back up, and she's aggressive marketing. She said, hey, I noticed you still haven't claimed this. Let me get you paid. Jane is a retiree that has gone through our program that was looking to supplement her income in retirement. She loves this business. She's gotten people paid. Let me also add that when you get people paid tens of thousands, even a few $1,000s, it's life-changing because people love you. And it's incredible business. When you're working on claiming money for people, it's like you're taking your own business and you're developing this within, you have a desk, you have a CRM. And again, if you don't know what a CRM is, just look at one of my previous videos. I have a lot on CRMs. And you're managing these cases, and you always want to do the follow-up. Always have the follow-up. But let's talk about a quick 3 action plan here that's going to help you out. Number 1 is you call someone and they say that they're taken care of, they don't need your services. First of all, tell them, okay, great, wish them luck, and ask them if you could follow up with them long term. That's going to be your biggest win right there with that client. Number 2 is put them in your CRM and have them ready to go so that in 4 or 6 months you can call them again. And in your CRM, put down in the notes that you need what the conversation was verbatim. Spoke to Mr. Smith on July 20th, 2024. He said he was going to work on it on himself. I said, okay, great. Asked him if I could follow back up with him in several months. You call him back up in about 4 or 5 months. Mr. Smith said, no, I'm going to go ahead and claim it myself. Yeah, I understand that, Mr. Smith. I talked to you back 6 months ago. I talked to you on July 20th. You and I had a conversation. You were going to work on it then. I noticed you haven't worked on this yet. And then you're going to have an action plan. That is your final step. Have an action plan. Would it be all right if I shot you an email and showed you the agreements and I can get this process started for you? It would cost you nothing up front. We will get 10% of the claim. We do this all the time. We know what we're doing. And this, as long as you comply with what I need, I'll make this as effortless as possible for you, and we'll do the work, we'll do the burden. And at that point, you're going to get more yeses. Now, you're not going to get every single yes. You're not going to get yeses on the try. Remember, if you go back on my videos, 3% of your clients will agree to close with you immediately. 37% will be between conversations 4 and 12, and 60% will be long-term. And if you develop a process where you're following up with clients, you're calling them, and you're really thoroughly, aggressively marketing, you're going to find that you're getting more and more deals where you get that higher close rate that you're looking for. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. Give me some feedback. Tell me what you think on this video. Tell me if you've tried it. Tell me if you're cold calling. Tell me if you're working, what area you're working, if it's surplus funds. Hey everyone, I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.